Doggone it. Alright, so the video debate's done. PG. Let's reload, shall we? We shall. Come on. Maybe this will re-enable the video. Oh!
Well, that way, but a key piece that you're missing is that Jesus didn't stay dead. Jesus paid the ultimate price. Jesus went through the crucifixion in the process of being, a sinless man, unjustly convicted, the people crying out, crucify him, crucify him, went up on Calvary, tortured and murdered. And he didn't stay in death. He rose again. And that, the resurrected Christ, the Christ that died for our sins, the Christ that rose again, and the Christ that will come again is what we believe in. Is what again helps make sense to those that are saved. To those that don't believe, it'll never make sense. But to those of us that believe, it makes perfect sense. I'm just not doing it justice in explaining it to you, but I hope that piece adds a little.
Yeah, thanks a lot, bro. What you have said is basically what Christian doctrine says, which is that it is necessary for Christ to die because, without exception, Jesus requires a blood sacrifice for the atonement of sin, and he shows that in the Old Testament. This is what Christians say. Okay? What we say is that God is all merciful and he does not require sacrifices. He can exercise when he wishes, if he wishes. He doesn't need sacrifice of any kind. And at most he would require some signifier that we are sorry. So, to show you that this is consistent with what the Old Testament says, I will point you to a verse in the Old Testament which completely contradicts what Christianity says, okay? And let me see, where is it? It is in Leviticus. You see, these rules about blood sacrifice come from Leviticus and from the Torah, from the law in Torah. And in Leviticus 5:11. I will read it out for you. If you have found it, take your time, tell me when you found it, and then I'll read it for everybody else. 5:11 and onward to 5:13.
Okay. You were being so nice up until this point.
hey, me nice? Leviticus 5:11. But if he be not able to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young, you see, this is talking about sin offerings. Okay, and as you probably know, Leviticus 5, in fact, quite a lot of Leviticus is about the various offerings. So 5:11, if he be not able to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he that sinned shall bring for his offering the 10th part of an ephah of fine flour for his sin offering. That's not meat, that's not blood. Okay, flour. He shall put no oil on it, neither shall he put any frank incense thereon, for it is a sin offering. 5:12. Then he shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his handful of it, even a memorial thereof, and burn it on the altar, according to the offerings made by fire unto the Lord. It is a sin offering. 5:13. And the priest shall make an atonement for him as touching his sin, that he hath sinned in one of these, and it shall be forgiven him, and the remnant shall be the priest's as a food offering. No blood. So it is possible for God to forgive without blood. That's very important.
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to step on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I've just...
Is the room locked up?
No, I can hear you. Slight lag. So the question remains, why does there have to be a blood sacrifice by Christ if a flour offering can do?
Okay. I'm glad you brought this up. This is interesting because not too...
Did it just lock up? No, it's just lagging now. Let's try restarting it.
Hey, you're here. I think could everyone kindly mute immediately? Okay. Could everyone who texts from now on should be kicked, because kicking is causing lags. No more kicking, please. No more texting.
Okay, and just to let you know, for recording purposes, the last question that was asked was by Tangier. He asked, why must there be a blood sacrifice when a flour sacrifice will do? Yokeup started saying, it's very interesting, I'm glad you asked that, and then it's Yokeup's mic from this point. So yeah, everyone, stop the texting. If you want to communicate, you may communicate with one another in PMs, but no texting in the main. And